Hi. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Let's just hang out. This isn't a planned show. We're going to hang out and talk. I've got a insane story you'll only hear here tonight. We get a lot of inside scoops in comedy scenes, not only here in Las Vegas, but I hear a lot of things from other cities, and we have a report of something that went down last night at the world-famous Comedy Store on the Las Vegas Strip. On the Sunset Strip. Hi, if you're new to the show, pour yourself a glass of black tar crystal. What is it called? We're doing members only chat tonight, so if you're a supporter of the show, you're allowed to talk to me. Membership starts at $5. Just hit the join button somewhere on the screen. I don't know how any of it works, frankly, but give me your dollars, and give your dollars to Susan would white label. And also hit like, thumbs up, thumbs down. We'd love to know what you think about the program. Every night I go in and I see who thumbs up. Well, you can't see who, but I see how many people thumbs up and how many people thumbs down, and I go to bed accordingly. I either cry myself into a soup or something else. Kitty Pineapple, why don't you fucking crawl into a hole and die? Stop messaging me and having emotional breakdowns. You messaged me with your stupid woke grift. You gave yourself up. You don't give a fuck about Hawaiians. You're selfish. You want to know who wrote that fucking letter. If you haven't seen that show, it'll be out tomorrow. Right here on our YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe. You're not going to want to miss it. Kitty Pineapple tried to blackmail me by threatening to release a video I'd already released. So, this person is dumb. I'm convinced that this person is a very dumb person. I don't know how else to explain it. And then after I pointed all that out to her and made her feel stupid as fuck, you all saw the messages. And again, if you haven't, tomorrow that show will be released right here on the channel. And then she apologized. I'm not the person I used to be. That's an understatement. Sorry. After, going in 9 directions about what you were mad about. And then I wake up 5 a.m. This bitch is messaging me again. Losing it. You're so jealous. You just want me to bring your name up. It's like, I didn't reach out to you. I didn't hire Kitty Pine, marketing and social media expert Inc. By the way, you're not good at it. We'll prove that here tonight. I want to stop looking at you, Kitty Pine. It's frankly vomit-inducing. But you keep messaging me. Like, you tried to get me. We called you dumb. You apologized like an idiot. Like, there's no more of a cuck move. You apologized to me. So sorry. And then time goes by and you come at me again at 5 a.m. Are you drunk? Did you hear your wife babbling in the night about some other man she'd rather be with? I'd love to know your situation. I'd love to know. Apparently this guy's married and still running around acting like a girl. It's crazy. I can't. And from what I've seen, he'll never call himself trans. He'll never say I'm trans. It's always framed as a character, as a bit. But you'll see him on female-only show. It's a grift. This is a grift. Just like the Hawaiian race grift. You have a history. Don't make me do it. I'd rather move the fuck on. I don't give a fuck about Kitty Pineapple. You keep coming at me. So she messages me like, you just want to reach my 60,000 followers. It's like, honey, I didn't message you. You threatened me that you were going to go to your 60,000 followers with a blackmailed video trying to get them to hate me for being racist, as if I give a shit. I'm racist. Move on. Patrick's got his first stalker after 17 years. Stop the hate speech, Patrick. Maybe. But it got me to thinking, I was like, again, I was done with Kitty Pineapple. And it got me to thinking, like, do I want to reach Kitty Pineapple's 60,000 fans? She was making fun of me for how many followers we have and stuff. The difference is I don't try. Like, I put my stuff out on very specific channels. I do a YouTube show, I do a podcast show, and then I have like a Twitter and an Instagram for those channels. I don't actively go out and try to get people to follow me. I don't run around to every comedy Facebook group that I'm a member of and beg for likes, beg for views, beg for follows, beg for Venmo, beg for Cash App, beg for donations. Ty Rivera and every motherfucker who does a podcast, so every time they do it, the spotlight with Lex Luthor, they'll post it in every comedy group. Like, comics want to watch that shit. Now, we get a lot of we get a lot of comics who watch this program. It just happens to be because I'm a soothsayer. I tell the truth. I'm a truth salesman. Sounded like Rodney Dangerman. Looks good on you, though. So, we talk a lot about comedians people know, so we've been getting a lot of heavy comedy viewers. But you people like make comedy clips or film shows or do podcasts, and then you run off their comedy group and you're like, please watch my show. It's like, what the fuck? You want comedians to watch your show? Grow the fuck up. Learn the difference between an audience member and your peers. These are the same people who post like flyers for shows up in comedy groups. It's like, you want other comics to come out to your show? Do you know how marketing works? I've seen you beg. I bet you have, big boy. By the way, if you want to send money, send it. But I'd rather have your likes. And I'd rather have you join the Overdose at nobodylikesonions.com/overdose using promo code 2023, 2023. You'll save 10% on a membership. That money goes directly to me to support me. I don't grift for Venmos. I got to send you that. If you ever want to see your gift card again, you better be nice to me. So I got to looking and I was like, Kitty Pineapple, again, the biggest social media account this bitch has is 60,000 followers. And she's puffed her ego up to a point where she thinks she can blackmail comics and she can wag her finger at comics and tell them how it's done. As far as I know, you're like a graphic design computer guy who does comedy at night. You've never in 15 years been able to make a living doing comedy. Am I wrong? So you go over to Kitty Pine on Instagram and you'll find 61,000 followers. It's the most followers she has on anything. This is her biggest social media account, and I'd like to just show you something while she pounds her flat chest and tells you what's what about everything. 151,000 views is a pinned post. 100,000 views, 13,000 views. So you're like, wow. But these are her most viewed posts ever. And what a drop-off, right? We got 151, 100, 13. Then what happens? 288. 93. 193. 230. These are Ty Rivera pre-NLO numbers. I get higher numbers of views on my YouTube videos where I have 1/10 of the followers. I have 6,500 YouTube subscribers, a lot of which were purchased by somebody. I think Ty Rivera. I'm not sure. So like 1,000 of them might even be fake. I don't know. I don't know how it works. 1/10 of the subscribers, more views on things. Let's keep going down the list. Let's see what we're missing here. 666, 939, 114, 1.3 thousand, 100, 300, 500, 400, 600, 300, 300, 200, 300, 300, 300. Where's all your clout? You know, the reason, let's be honest, the reason you didn't put this video out trying to get me, not only is it retarded, I already put the video out, but it'd be embarrassing when you tried to blackmail a guy, when you tried to ruin a guy. You used these words: ruin me, drag my name, ruin me. You said you could do. Honey, you get 300. You're telling everybody you have 60. You have nothing. You couldn't fill a 7-Eleven in a random city. I get it. When you run home to Hawaii, you have 9,000 relatives who come out to a show and fling poi at you while you tell shitty jokes. Okay? While you Dole Whip yourself into a frenzy. This does nothing. This isn't a threat. You're not a force. You're not. You can't come in people's messages and tell them what's what. You're nothing. What's even sadder is how in your bio everywhere you tell everyone. This is one of the cringiest things I've ever seen in a bio. Two really cringe things in a bio. Listing people you've worked with or opened for. That's insane. That's not a credit. Tells me nothing about your level of talent or what you can do. That's not an accomplishment that you were on a show with Jamie Kennedy. Second thing, you listing on your bio that you, as part of your story, Kitty, the cringiest thing I've ever seen is that you went viral, and it's all been, and then you were like, I went viral on TikTok, and then it carried back over to Instagram. It's like, it hasn't. It hasn't carried back over to Instagram 60,000. Now, on TikTok, where you went viral, you have 39,000. So a third less. And then what's happening over here? Oh, same thing. 300, 400, 500, 500, 600, 500, 200. What happened? Because months ago, you were averaging about 1,000. And then you go down a little further, and it's like you were getting 10,000, 3,000, 4,000. Then you go down a little further, and it's like, okay, you are doing numbers on every video, and you lost the thread. So this must be hugely embarrassing for you. What's essentially happened is you blew up with a couple of these TikToks and got 85,000 views on a couple. Lost your shit because you think that's big numbers. And, you know, compared to Ty Rivera and Casper, it is. I understand. You see Lex Las Vegas getting 4 views on the Spotlight, and you're like, I'm the biggest thing in Vegas. Honey, you're not big. What's happened is people liked your profile, checked out your videos, and then slowly over time have checked out. The algorithm isn't even bringing it up to them anymore. 200 views? All your latest videos are numbers. And I mean like Patrick Melton, nobody likes onions level numbers. Horrible. So it's very weird for you to tell everybody that you're viral, that this is Kitty's world, she's blowing up, when this means nothing to anybody anymore. We're sick of watching a freak lift weights. There's no comedic value to it. You put on a wig, and then you oompa loompa your tiny, short little body down to the gym, where we're all supposed to be impressed that you kettlebell it up for 5 seconds on a TikTok? What are you, Butch Bradley? Gym videos are cringe as fuck. Trans gym videos are graham cracker inducing. I don't even know what that means. So don't ever fucking message me again. We're done, Kitty Pineapple. Aside from the fact that I will be there to see you perform Saturday, maybe. I'm coming out to Kimmel's. I want to watch you fucking show me how it's done on stage. I hope they give you an extended period of time. Because I'm going to be sitting in the back of the booth just eyeball fucking the shit out of you while you show your shit. Do your thing. Show me what the pineapple's made of. And by the way, if you're a Kitty Pineapple supporter, come out. But Kitty, show me. It's an 11:30 p.m. show. Adam Dominguez is headlining it, I think. We know he can't fill a room. So why don't you fill the room, Kitty? Why don't you put the word out that we all want to see Kitty Pineapple, 11:30, Jill Kimmel's Comedy Club. Oh, God. I can't wait to see 9 idiots come out to see you. Fucking hell. Don't ever come to me and go, you probably want to get my followers. It's like, what? Yeah, if I got your 60,000 followers, I could double my views. Fucking hell. I have 5,000 followers and we get more numbers than you on your Instagram shit. We have 60.1. Don't ever tell me how social media works again. It's embarrassing for you. Now, again, you might go, well, it's still more than you, Patrick. Yeah, I don't run around telling everybody I went viral. That's insane. I have videos approaching 1 million views. That's insane of me to say. I don't, what? What is that even? I went viral. You didn't. You have a virus. So, enough Kitty Pineapple. Aloha, bitch. We're done. You're fucking retarded. And go do you. You know, they say you shouldn't. You use this advice all the time. You tell people to not. You said that you weren't going to give it any more attention. You can't not give it attention. You're a broken brain, bitch. Stop messaging me. Let it go. Who cares? Let it go. You have more followers. You're killing it. You figured it out. You went viral. Why would you even fucking bother talking to me? Oh, wait, you're not viral. You're a fucking liar. You know you're a fraud. Everything you do is an angle and a grift. People can tell when you're on stage. You might have a few good jokes and you get some laughs. We can tell you're hiding something. We can tell you're fake. And it's not a penis. There's nothing to do with your trans. The trans thing is a symptom of you not knowing who you are inside. You're a lost boy. You don't know what you're doing. You're awful. Don't make me pull up the video of you thinking you can do impressions of the Family Guy. Oh, I'm Stewie. You aren't. It's not good. Again, both of these giant entities where you did manage to get a little kick of a following, the algorithm and the people watching you have slowly decided over time they're not into it anymore. Oh, we got it. In the beginning, it was a guy with a low voice, dressed up like a woman doing comedy. But then we quickly realized she just reposts the same garbage over and over and over again. The well doesn't go very deep. And you've tried and tried and tried over and over and over again to find a new angle. Your TikTok page says, my primary source of content is primarily Jim's source of content. You can't even write a sentence. That's your TikTok bio. I think it's something retarded like that. Like my primary source of the content of my primary source of content is my gym content. I gotta go find it now because it's fucking insane. I'm a comedian. Okay, so you are pretending to be a girl. I don't think that's acceptable in this modern age. Nannerpuss. I'm a comedian who focuses on fitness as her prime source of topic. Did AI write that? You focus on fitness as your prime source of topic? And why? Again, I've never seen somebody talk in the first person and the third person in one sentence. I'm a comedian who forces on her prime source of topic. The fuck is wrong with you? Don't email me again. Let it go. Casper let it go. Casper's smarter than you. Speaking of Casper, it is Thursday night, and I was thinking, we should pop in and check out the Ghost Pepper open mic, that Casper and David Hard Hat Hewlett took over from Ty Rivera when he left the city. Now, as far as I can tell, this mic is done. It hasn't run in over a month. Am I correct? Can anybody find anything? Sorry, I'm burp. I've got an iced coffee here and I'm chugging it, if you can't tell from my amped up energy. As far as I can tell, the Ghost Pepper open mic is done. Should we call? Maybe we can call them and find out. But faster than I predicted, did these two run it into the ground? I can't believe it. That's insane. I just got a message from Agent O. It says Casper's mic, I think, is still running. There isn't a mention of it on Cody Flynn's page, on the Paprika show page. I go over to the Paprika show page. It's some of the most horrendous content you've ever seen. David Hollywood Hewlett is like doubling down on podcasting. He's like, oh, yeah, you think mine sucks? Because I do it in my kitchen and don't know how to hook up my mics and my cameras fail all the time and the curtains falling down. Yeah, you think I suck? Watch this. So now he's like going into a professional studio. And when I say professional studio, I mean somebody has gotten a bunch of foam tiles that we would have put up in, 2017 and put them all over the ceiling. They're all sagging and not lined up, and shit. I see you took my suggestion about the Gorilla Glue. No. This is Gorilla Tape. This Gorilla Tape is what that's up there with. I go through Gorilla Tape. Oh, man. I go through Gorilla Tape like bubble tape around here. You don't want to know. Remember bubble tape? It's 6 feet of bubble gum for you, not them. 6 feet of bubble gum. That's how I describe Kitty Pine's body type. 6 feet of bubble gum. Chris Waldeck messaged me and said that the open mic is still going. So, okay. The open mic is still going. They just don't advertise it anymore, which probably means there's no prizes anymore. It probably means that David Hewlett got tired of carrying his shitty Logitech C310 cameras down. Ooh, he knows model numbers. Yeah, he does. And hooking them up. Remember, he had like 9 camera angles that he would just rotate through with star wipes. Like he'd taken like a beginner class in how to edit video from the 90s. So it's all just gone by the wayside. They realized, hey, nobody watches this. It's shit content. I was over on Cody Flynn, a.k.a. Casper. Never gonna slip, never gonna fall, giving all of it, giving it my all. And I saw this post from December 8th. The craziest part is I've been nothing but nice to Lex. We're talking Lex Las Vegas. And every time I see him, I show him love. When Lex and Ty started beefing, I made it a point to let Lex know he's still my boy and I don't concern myself with other people's drama. And I never acted... First of all, you do. I never attacked you in my life. And you were Ty Rivera's lapdog because he was giving you attention to the open mic, especially when AJ Rivera left. You were healing to his leg. You looked like such a little fucking bitch. You don't get involved in other people's drama. You 100% get involved in other people's drama. I didn't come after you and attack you. I never came after Casper. Matter of fact, I shook your head at hand at a comedy club and said, it's all fun and games, no hard feelings. And you said, cool. Then you lost your mind. So I find it hilarious that you're putting up a thing calling out Lex for being an emotional bitch. You're kind of the same dude. I'm confused why the fuck he started talking shit. I didn't do or say anything to him. That's really the only reason I'm upset, I guess. I'm more confused than upset, but I'm damned if I'm going to let some 47-year-old patchy-headed sloth try to disrespect me for clout, especially unprovoked. I'm a man at the end of the day. Okay, anybody who says I'm a man at the end of the day is not a man. You're not a man. You're a boy. I'm telling you that right now to your goddamn back. No men go around going, I'm a man. You've been watching too many Andrew Tate videos. Again, and you've been in too many rap battles. You pounded your chest so much that you've convinced yourself you're wearing armor from the calluses. Okay? You've Mark Wahlberg, fear factored yourself a bruise there and think that you're tough. That's insane, Casper. Come on. You're like one of the fucking dopiest kids around. Look, you're not a bad comic and you do have potential. I've never said otherwise. You're not as good as you think you are. You edit trailers for shit videos you've released. You do a lot of cringe shit, kid. Okay? I like the puffing up and sticking up for yourself, but it's so funny to be like, I'm a man at the end of the day. That's where you lost it. I like the 47-year-old patchy-headed sloth. That's funny. You lost it here at the end, though. At the end of the day, I'm a man. And treat me with the same respect I show you. And that's what I have to say. I'm not going to continue an internet argument with a nobody. I actually have some potential in comedy, so I'm not going to focus on that. Debatable. And we'll see. Hey, maybe one day, Casper the comic will be the next big thing. You won't! But maybe. And then he says, either fight me or shut the fuck up. Hashtag keep that energy. Giving him my all. Sorry. Giving him my all. Sorry about that. We always get this virus sometimes when we talk about Casper. And then Kitty Pineapple, of course. Don't concern yourself with drama. Bitch, you can't stay out of it. The thing about people like, remember Casper, couldn't stop commenting on our videos? Go back and look at it, unless he's deleted it. These people who have never, you can always tell a never was because they feel the need to reply to everything. Lex has been posting about me being a piece of shit for 3 days. Couldn't care less, Imagine me running over to Lex Los Lobos' page and being like, nuh-uh. I do have friends. I am funny. Nuh-uh. But Casper and Kitty have never had any kind of anything. So this feels like something to them. So when someone talks about them on the internet, they feel the need to run over and be like, no. So out of one side of her asshole over here, this is the second time I've seen her post this week. Don't concern. I'm not giving this attention. I'm not going to get involved. Meanwhile, you're in my DMs daily bitching. You can't let anything go. Eric Stone says, all these guys think they're so much bigger than they are. It's so weird. It's even crazier when you can't back it up. Don't come at me wagging your finger about how many followers you have when you get less hits on shit than I do. With 1/10 the thing. What? What? You out your damn mind. You're getting, I've done the math. I've run some math on your, again, quit drawing attention to yourself. I don't, all you do when you fucking poke the bear is make me dig a little deeper into you and find shit that you don't want me to find. And by the way, I have an army of idiots sending me shit who are bored. So keep telling everybody how fucking cool you are. We've crunched the numbers and the math. You get 0.05% interaction based off your followers. That's rough, bro. I'm an order of magnitude over 10 times that when it comes to interaction, whether it's watching, liking, commenting, any of it. You're living on a delusion mountain, okay? You're up, I don't know, you're squirting out cringe cream pies over there, honey. I don't know what the fuck you think you're up to. 60,000. Get the fuck out of here. As if that means shit when they won't do anything for you. They don't watch your fucking videos. 60,000. Where'd you buy those from? Some bot farm? Again, keep lying to yourself. It's fine. But we're all here on Earth. And we have the tools and the brains to go look at your shit and go, no. No. Saw some other guy posting about 25,000 followers on his page. Like, what a milestone. How blessed. Meanwhile, 25,000 likes, 600 followers, 0 to 1 reactions on every post on the page. 0 to 1. Who do you think you're fooling? Kris Kringle? And then, Cody posts this. Casper, maybe I should start smacking people who don't know how to keep my name out of their mouth. Hey, you're on the spotlight. Pow, right in the kisser. I dare you. This is a siren song of stupid fucks everywhere. This is trouble in Vegas. This is, people who think they have to hit people. Your brain can't deal. You can't use your words. You can't make points. You know that you don't have an argument. I don't know what the fuck Lex is mad at you about, but if Lex makes you so mad that you want to hit Lex, Lex is a sweetheart. Lex is a nice guy. He's an emotional dummy, it seems, because I don't know why he's fucking mad at me. I've done nothing to him. But I'll be damned if I'm going to feel anything about that. Much less want to harm the dude. And you're like, I had to hit Lex Las Vegas. It's like, are you okay? Maybe you should sit down and have something warm to drink. Milk? Maybe I should start bashing people in the... Maybe you should get a mirror before you start threatening people. You're nobody. You're nothing. You're a tiny boy. You dress up as Jesus and make water into wine jokes like an open micer. Recalibrate. Imagine running around telling everybody you know what's what. It's fucking insane, guys. Again, I'd like to keep this light and fun and friendly. Maybe we're beyond that. But Kitty Pineapple, I wish you nothing but the best. Judge yourself against yourself and not others. Don't come at me and be like, I got 60,000 followers. You only got that. It's like, when we dig into those numbers, does that pan out for you or not? Okay. So maybe what I would do is worry about just growing versus your own metric and stop worrying about what other people say. Imagine running over because Patrick Melton said something about you. Ew. Take a lesson from Butch Bradley. He doesn't go online, start cursing me out because I talk shit about him. No. He waits till he gets home at night and cries to his stupid girlfriend. Can you get me another mason jar of salsa to cry into? He probably doesn't even have to get one from her. He probably just has leftover ones that didn't sell after his show. Everybody, you're all nuts. Would you like to hear what exclusive, Nobody Likes Onions, exclusive that we have for you tonight?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Last night was popping at the Sunset Boulevard Comedy Store, the comedy store in Los Angeles, California, owned by Pauly Shore, formerly Mitzi Shore. Legendary club. Used to really mean something to get your name on that wall. Now I think they just give anybody a piece of chalk. But last night, former guest of the show, friend of mine, Sam Tripoli, was doing a couple shows. I gotta take this. Is so hot. Doing a couple shows up at the Comedy Store. Now, it was bumping last night. Celebrities, comedians, everybody who's anybody was up there in LA. From Bobby Lee, I saw Orny Adams, Sam Tripoli was up there doing 2 shows. Earl Skakel, our buddy, was up there. A bunch of wrestling people were in the crowd, and Eddie Bravo was up there, and Felipe Esparza. A lot of comics were up there. Oh no, what am I? I'm getting a communique. I mean, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I mean, that's so insane. Okay, so there is a flyer for the Ghost Pepper open mic, but it's not being promoted by Casper anymore. Casper and David Hewlett don't even promote any other comics promote it. So that's nuts. So it was bumping up last night. People were drunk. The shows were packed. The lines were outside the door. Shows upstairs, shows downstairs, in the OR, in the main room. And, everybody was having a good time. Everybody was bumping around, doing drinks. From what I understand, lines were being drawn. A lot of flowing around. Everybody was amped up party. It was in the air, buzzing, if you know what I mean. And I guess Eddie Bravo, who I'm not familiar with, but I've heard from a few people that Eddie Bravo, very popular on Rockfin and YouTube and stuff like this. One of these conspiracy theory guys. Sorry, I'm sweating because the air's not on in here, and I've just got to get it out of my glass. It's so gross. I forgot to flip the air on. Let me just do it on my phone. So Eddie Bravo, from what I hear, is not a good comic. People say that they've never seen him be funny. He's not great. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what Eddie Bravo does on stage. So I'm not going to pretend to make a value judgment on that. So Eddie Bravo's on stage. Sam Tripoli and a few other comics. I don't want to give out names because my sources. I get these anonymous sources, Agent O. I don't want people to know who this comes from. But I've been a picture painted. So last night, Sam Tripoli, who, let me just tell you, I vouch for Sam Tripoli. I've known Sam Tripoli for 15 years. I worked with him when I was hosting coming up in Tampa, at the Tampa Improv. I worked with him several times before I moved to LA. When I moved to LA, I've told this story on the show before. When I moved to LA, one of the first nights I was hanging out at the Comedy Store, Sam Tripoli saw me across the patio and screamed out, Melton, and came over and was so fucking nice and welcoming. Like, so glad you're out here in LA now. Super nice guy. I saw him a couple of months ago at Skankfest. He's done the podcast before. Sam Tripoli's a nice, straight up dude. Oh, I've done his shows when he used to do shows here at Cheetahs, like the dirty show. What do they used to call him? At the strip clubs and stuff. He used to do these shows with porn stars and comedy and stuff like that. I've known Sam a long time. Last night, one of the people in attendance at the show was Machine Gun Kelly. Now, I've told you stories before about Leslie Jones assaulting a bartender. But Machine Gun Kelly doesn't work at the club. He apparently was watching the show in the crowd, didn't like Eddie Bravo, thought Eddie Bravo sucked as a comic. So he went back and around the curtain and down the hall to the green room. If you're familiar with the main room, green room. And in the green room is like this mirrored fucking bar. It's crazy. It's like literally they made every surface in this green room to do coke off of. Machine Gun Kelly goes back there and starts shitting all over Eddie Bravo, saying he sucks, he shouldn't be on the stage. And then Sam Tripoli and him get into it. Now, from what I understand, it got physical. Both of them had to be restrained. And look, when things like this happen, I'm working on another story in Austin that people are real tight-lipped about. People do tend to shut up and you don't get a lot of details. So I got to be very careful what I say. This is all alleged. This is all what I heard. But apparently Machine Gun Kelly got his bell fucking rung a little bit by Sam Tripoli. Sam Tripoli apparently wanted to keep fucking going on Machine Gun Kelly. And Machine Gun Kelly afterwards was talking to the manager of the club and just looked shooken up. And apparently Sam was then in the kitchen, ready to fucking go back out again and fight him some more. So this is fucking wild. And now I got to go. Number one, I just got to go look up Eddie Bravo stand-up to see how fucking bad it is that it can make you so angry. But Machine Gun Kelly, is he getting in fight? Look, I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't listen to Machine Gun Kelly. I couldn't name one of his songs. I liked emo the first time around, but this new generation of emo with these guys is like fucking gay as fuck. Like Machine Gun Kelly is like, somehow it's sadder than emo because he doesn't dress emo. He just sings emo. Do you guys know Machine Gun Kelly music? Let's go to views. Let's go to videos. Popular. Okay, 500 million views. Machine Gun Kelly, Bad Things.
I don't think that I can explain it.
Like first, this is pop. You know what I mean? This is pop. Now people go like, "Oh, he's banging Megan Fox." It's like, "Oh, cool. Is it 2007?" You telling me who someone's banging isn't the flex you think it is. Do you know Megan Fox? She might be annoying as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean anything. I'm 43 years old. That doesn't mean anything to me. I've had almost all the pussy. I've seen every shape of tits that exists. Pussy doesn't impress me. I'm not into pussy. Yeah, but he's banging. Who cares? Who cares? He sits on rocks with ripped jeans and whines like a little bitch. This is girl music. If there's guys who are into Machine Gun Kelly, gay. I don't care what they say. They are sucking men's penises. That's what I mean by gay. I don't mean retarded.
Can I say it's complicated? No matter what you
When does he sing? I mean, it's garbage. He's got a lot of like just pussy songs. I liked it better when it was called Angels and Airwaves. It really is like a lot of this shit.
Dear God, why do I need this medicine to control my anger? And do you even exist? They're trying to say it's a myth. A lot of things left unsaid, a lot of things left unanswered. My aunt just passed from cancer. Dad just got out of rehab, and mom's never gonna show.
I mean, this is Casper. It's garbage, right?
Never gonna slip, never gonna fall, giving all of it, giving it my all.
So, I'm trying to find one of his other fucking videos. Like, it's all just soft shit. It's all like really just. I want it to sound.
Every thought I got's negative. I'm sick of not being.
That sounds exactly like Cat. Now I know Casper. Like, he even wore like the same clothing Machine Gun Kelly wears. So like Casper was completely ripping off Machine Gun Kelly, but Casper was harder than Machine Gun Kelly. I mean, listen to this song. I'm not myself when you're around. Do you need betterhelp.com? Do you need to talk to a therapist? So this fucking broken-brained, emotional dummy goes back and tries to fight Sam Tripoli. I don't know. Like, Machine Gun Kelly's shaped like a scarecrow. He's tall and lanky. But from what I can see, no fight. Now, I don't know how much Sam Tripoli works out and shit, but he's a fucking maniac. Sam Tripoli's a fucking insane man. And I'd hate to fucking meet him in an alley. Just flailing around, yelling conspiracy theories at you while he takes out his adamantium claws. Shing, shing. So Machine Gun Kelly walks back to the green room in the middle of a show screaming about the comics shouldn't be on stage, that he's awful, during Sam Tripoli's show. This is Sam's show. He packs him out. Like, Sam knows what he's doing. He So look for info on this. I'll post this video up. If you were there, if you know anything about it, Jesus, please leave a comment. You can't drink coffee this late at night. The acid. Should I take a really dry bong hit? It's been sitting here for 2 weeks. Oh, God, there's mold. There's mold in this. That's crazy. Why? I've left this up for 2 weeks uncleaned. It's disgusting. It looks like Kitty Pineapple's hair. So that's my dirt on what happened at the Comedy Store last night. Again, nobody tells these stories. They don't go out. Hundreds of people were there. I don't know how many people know about this incident, but this happened. This is real. Give me a like if you like these exclusive stories. If you want more, we'd like to bring you more. Somebody said, why is it brown? What do you mean, why is it brown? Bong water gets brown, dog. What do you think all this is up the... Bongs get dirty. That's why your lungs are caked in that shit. It's called tar. Ew, why is it brown? Because it's bong water? It's old bong water. What's the mystery? It sounds kind of racist. Ooh, why is it brown? Okay, we got Kitty. Oh, there's a new summer video somebody said we have to watch. People used to say that I looked like Alanis Morissette. This was my favorite song she sang. Okay. Oof, what a freeze frame.
But I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm healthy. Yeah. I'm high, but I'm grounded.
Who's around her telling her she can do this? I'm not going to clean it because I'm not smoking. I mean, I will clean it, you fucking idiot. Fuck you. I don't need you coming in here telling me how to live my life. Do these people have anyone around them to tell them that they're not good? She's like, I'll be an actress. I'll be a comedian and I'll be a singer. It's like, is no one around you to go, knock it off. This is bad. This is bad. She keeps looking out the corner of her eye. So somebody is there like watching her and she's self-conscious. Watch this. Watch her eyes go this way. The sad thing is she was pretty on key until the end. You have a speech impediment or something. You can't sing, Summer. What? Knock it off. And what it all comes down to, you don't know rhythm. Alanis Morissette goes, and what it all comes down to, you go, and what it all comes down to. I can't. But everybody's like, no, she's good.
But I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm high, but I'm grounded. I'm safe, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm lost, but I'm hopeful, baby. And what it all comes down to.
And what it all comes down to. Fight, fight, fight.
'Cause I got one hand in my pocket and the other hand giving a high five.
Holy shit. I'm available for film, commercials, spots on comedy.
I'm Summer Sinclair, and I'm a cool comedian. See? I told ya. Hi. I'm Summer Sinclair, and I'm a cool comedian. See?
Where do we put these people? Like, honest question for like the comedy community, which, again, I am not part of. When you have comedians in the community that you can take seriously, and by the way, even Casper, I take seriously. Like, will he ever be anything? No. Is he great? No. Is his head inflated and is he in his own way? Yes. But at least he's trying. He's writing jokes. He's going out. He's doing shows. He's doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah, and in spite of all the evidence and facts that, that he shouldn't, he's doing it. So, like, I take him seriously in the scene. Where do we, and then you have everybody else. Like, you got everybody from the Johnny Castillos to the Parker Teagues to the Garrett Halls to the Steve McAnellys to the Alex Ansels to the Adam Dominguez's, all guys trying to do it that I take as a serious comic. But then you have Summer Sinclair,
Oh yeah, the bitch.
who's doing this. I'm a cool comedian. It's like, what? So, like, where do we put her? Where do we put Angie Crumb? After 9,000 attempts to tell jokes about her pussy. Like, do we ever just go like, we've had it with you? Like, do we need to hear another story about Angie Crumb fucking a guy and how crazy it was? I submit that we do not. You might say, no, Patrick. When she does 30, it's different. I'm like, oh, yeah, she walks people. I heard she headlined that Bonkers show and walked everyone. I heard it sucked. I heard you ate shit. You couldn't headline for 30 minutes. People got so sick of hearing about your Arby's beef flaps. They just beat it. So that's the way it is. Where do we put this girl? I'm a cool comedian. You're a 58-year-old mom with no kids or hobbies. Go get a Grisham and curl up and die. Again, even Kitty Pineapple, like, whatever. She's trying. She thinks she's good. He thinks he's whatever, This is like an American Girl doll got doll. You ever see these people? This is how they take photos. They're like you can tell from every photo she's posted that she's an insane nut. She looks like the kind of woman who's made out of tofu and fully indoctrinated into nonsense. Fine. Ugh. Oh, God. What else? We're going to talk about Jerrod Carmichael's embarrassing flop. We got to talk about Neil deGrasse Tyson losing his mind. Hey, if you're texting me during a show, I'm busy. I appreciate you trying to provide me information. Knock it off. Why did you unsend it now, Goulby? You've distracted me. Why'd you unsend it? I'm in the middle of a show. It must be important. Resend it, Goulby. What is a Goulby? Somebody wrote, why am I getting this? I'm getting another anonymous email from Kitty Pineapple. Like, I'm pretty sure this bitch has created 3 accounts to like try to message me on. It's like, I'm not going to respond to any more anonymous nonsense from fucking broken people. Log into your Kitty Pine account and talk to me. I'm a human. I'm a man. I swear to God, Jay Hollingsworth, I'm not even looking. Oh, he did? Where did he post this? I looked all through his page. I couldn't see it. The hottest open mic. Okay, so he is promoting it. The hottest open mic. Set of the night wins a free dinner. So, wow, they've gone from giving out $100, $50, $25 to a free dinner at Ocha. So, the show starts at 11, which really means it kicks off around 11:20 whenever Hollywood Hewlett wraps up his piano intro. Him and Penn Jillette are pretty much the same. You ever go watch Penn and Teller? Penn Jillette comes out before the show and plays the stand-up bass and piano. You know, to like entertain the crowd. That's Hewlett, man. He's just putting on a clinic, letting people know. Imagine not being good at comedy or piano and insisting on doing both. You couldn't write dumber idiots than this city has. Hey, are you any good at piano? No, I'm learning. Why don't you come out and play every night? Oh, pretty good idea. Hey, you any good at comedy? No? How about you go up and roast people and tell it like it is? It's like, okay. Fucking hell. Jerrod Carmichael hosted the Golden Globes last night. If you don't know, Jerrod Carmichael, very funny comic. His special was on, I believe it was HBO, where his special last year was called Rothaniel. I thought it was a very well done special. God damn it. I thought it was a very well done special and really good. Then he gets tapped to do the Golden Globes. Now, I've noticed this weird trend we're seeing in Hollywood. You know, like, of course, Hollywood got woke. What was it, 2017 or 18 when we had Oscars So White? And we were like, you know, more representation. Moody broke down crying in our chat one night about how he grew up with no brown people on the screen and it really fucked up his world. I can't imagine being so fragile. I'm so glad you made it, man. So Hollywood's done a real great job of really doing a 180 and casting lots of people of color and you know, LGBTQIA2S individuals represented on the screen, you know, so if you cut them open, you can see the rainbow rings. We love that stuff. But Kumail Nanjiani was recently complaining that he can't get any roles as a bad guy or a villain in movies because they reserve all those roles for white people now. And on the surface of it, it makes sense. You go like, oh yeah, I have noticed like every commercial for an alarm system, the guy breaking into the house now is a white guy and it's a black family shivering for their lives. Every car commercial, it's a Subaru commercial where two gays are holding hands as they drive their car into the sea. You know, Daniel Tosh played a gay guy in a Subaru commercial, in multiple Subaru commercials. It like that was 8-10 years ago. Like, so we fully leaned into that now. You got to have people 7 grains of color, you know, ambiguously queer, holding hands while they change a tire. Like, this is every ad you've ever seen now. You know, it has to be some Jake from State Farm looking motherfucker. So fine. And now every, you know, movie is casting people into these roles as well, but they want the bad guys to be white. Which I find to be fucking hilarious. And it's happening so much so in Hollywood, which is, it's weird for Kumail Nanjiani to even come out and admit this because you're saying the quiet part out loud. What you're saying is you're essentially admitting how racist Hollywood is. And as if that's not enough, you're going further and complaining that you can't get the villain roles now. So it's like, so you took all the other roles from the white people, and then white people were relegated to being bad guys in movies, of course, now. And now you're mad that you can't play the bad guys too? Now, I agree. You know, like, let's make Kumail Nanjiani whoever he's good at playing. I actually think he's not a bad actor. Very nice guy. Decent comic. But this is insane. That now that people of color are getting these roles, they still have something to complain about? Knock it the fuck off. This is why it's double hilarious when, like, Kitty Pineapple comes at me with, like, you think it's funny to make fun of a group of people who are upset about their land being taken? It's like, yeah, I do, stupid. You don't fucking know me. I love it.
Nannerpuss, nannerpuss. Nannerpuss, nannerpuss.
So, Jerrod Carmichael goes to host the Golden Globes. Now, if you don't know, the Golden Globes are, I mean, nobody watches the Oscars anymore. It's over. And the Golden Globes were never on par with the Oscars when it comes to clout and stuff. One of the best things ever was Ricky Gervais hosting the Golden. Like, that was mwah. The look on, like, the big Hollywood elites' faces, like Tom Cruise, like Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was disgusted at Ricky Gervais, and it was fucking hilarious. This dude crushed it. He was honest. He held a mirror up to those fucking Hollywood elites, roasted the shit out of them, and it was so fucking good. So it's 2023. We now have to tap, of course, a gay black to host the Golden Globes. So Jerrod Carmichael, we tap him. We get him to come up. And it's not enough that you've guilted every white in Hollywood into pandering to blacks and gays now. But you're going to bitch about it like Kumail. Are you ready? This is fucking cringe and unreal. Watch Jerrod bomb it up at the Globes.
Welcome to the 80th Annual Golden Globe Awards. Sure.
So, starts off condescending and low key. Starts off, you know, you're supposed to be a host. There's a lot of comics that'll say I'm not a good host. What that means essentially is I'm not good at getting the crowd going. I'm not high energy. I'm not the guy to come in and own the night, present it to the people, and see them through this event. Some people have it, some people don't. It's a skill. It's unfair that we make newer comics host, as a matter of fact, because it happens to be a very specific and difficult skill. Newer comics should start out open micing, and maybe even going to feature before host, if we're honest. Now, there's a lot of clubs who don't give a fuck. You win the open mic, come host Wise Guys, come host LA Comedy. They don't give a shit about their lineups. I'm talking about real clubs. Sorry, here we go.
And I'll tell you why I'm here. I'm here because I'm black.
Now, big laugh. Everybody's on board. They're like, that is true. He got us. We did have to get a black because we are guilty as fuck. All whites, pretty much.
Carmichael. I'm here. I'm here because I'm black. If you settle down a little bit, I'll tell you what's been going on.
Like, nobody needs to settle down, dog. You're starting this off mild as fuck. Nobody needs to settle, okay? Hey, give us a like real quick. Hit the button, subscribe. We'd love to be your friend. I'm trying to get real subscribers here, not Kitty Pineapple, lay there and go limp dead fish subscribers, okay? So let's do it.
Press Association, which I won't say they were a racist organization, but they didn't have a single black member until George Floyd died. So do with that information what you will.
Enough about George Floyd. Knock it off. Hey, black people, I'm your friend. Stop being a victim so hard. Get out there and get to work. I got two kinds of black friends. They're either never shut the fuck up about George Floyd and them being a victim, or they're like the hardest working people I know and they get shit done. Like every other race of people. So knock it off with this George Floyd shit. Like, why are you pinning your whole fucking personality on this guy from Minnesota you didn't know? Who was hyperventilating before any cops were anywhere near his neck about I'm going to die. I can't breathe. I'm going to die. He was screaming all that before any cop was near his neck. I'm not pretending everything that happened there was right, but I'm not pretending to give a fuck either. I care as much about George Floyd as I care about the goddamn Ukraine. And so do you. Knock it off, you virtue signaling cucks. George Floyd, get the fuck out of here. It's an excuse for you. It's an excuse for you to not X. Yeah, I almost didn't even take this gig because George Floyd. What? What's happening to everybody? You hear the laughs deteriorating? The white people in the room have realized, oh no, we got one that's not in lockstep with us. Oh no, we've got a black here who's not going to go along to get along. We're about to get a lecture. Fuck, this is not the night we wanted. We wanted one of the good ones. One of the house ones. We wanted him to tap dance and tell jokes. In the name of anti-racism. Jerrod showed up with a different plan, and he is lecturing the whites about what they've done. This is great. Way to kill a vibe. Here we go.
I'll tell you how I got here. Why am I here on the stage with you guys tonight? Well,
now this energy worked in his special because this is his vibe. This just goes to show you any black will do. Kamala Harris, Jerrod Carmichael. Does he need to be good and high energy? No, if we wanted that, we would have got a good black like Chris Rock. This is 1 minute of awful so far, okay? This is a Play-Doh cringe factory.
I was at home.
Sitting down on the edge now. This is so bad. Like, this is everything you don't do to kick off a fun night.
Drinking tea. And I got a phone call from my man, Stephen Hill. Stephen Hill is a great producer. And he said, Jerrod, really, I'm honored to be making this phone call. He said, I'm producing the 80th Golden Globes, and it would be an honor if you would agree to join as the host. I was like, whoa.
Like, remember, these are the award ceremonies where they don't let the award winners speak for 30 seconds before they start playing music over them. Wrap it up, wrap it up. Yeah, this motherfucker gets to sit down on the edge of the stage and slowly tell this boring pontificating story about, like, this is awful, dude. And this works. You can do this really low key, bring the energy down, get quiet, get really stoic, bring it down. You're making these points. You can do this. This is a technique in speaking. If what's coming is so strong and juxtaposed with this low energy, pounds them with something really funny or poignant, that can overcome this. And it can be a narrative device. That's not what's happening here. This is a sad pity party.
1 minute, you're making mint tea at home. The next, you're invited to be the black face of an embattled white organization.
So he's roasting the Academy or whatever the fuck and admitting that he is an Uncle Tom black puppet that they've chosen to parade out. And he's admitting it. He's saying like this. And by the way, there's a version of this that I respect, and there's a version of this that works. This isn't it. But he's trying to have his cake and eat it too. You don't get to kick ass and be a victim. You hear that, Kitty Pineapple? Out of one side of your mouth, you can't go around going, I got 61,000 followers, brah. And go, you can't make fun of my people and blackmail people. You can't be in people's DMs bitching like a little fucking bitch and try to pound your chest and be this macho guy. Look at it. She going. Fuck. I look like a fucking idiot now.
These lights will guide me home.
Here we go.
Life really comes at you fast, you know? So I said, Steven, I'm torn. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little torn because, you know, one, it's a great opportunity. Thank you for the call. But I'm only being asked to host this, I know, because I'm black. And Steven said, let me stop you right there, Jerrod.
It's so insane that these people are allowed to do this. Like, I know it's harsh, but if I had my way, and I like Jerrod Carmichael, this guy should never get another gig. Fuck off. If you think so little about yourself, like, you're a funny dude. They're only asking me because I'm black. Look, they're going to get a black. That's where we're at. You asked for it, by the way. You built this world. You all wanted it to be woke. We live in a world now where, like, Minneapolis school districts have laws that, like, they can't lay off people of color, teachers of color, before they lay off all the white teachers first. It's like, that's where we're at. So if you're sitting there going like, that doesn't make sense, they should lay off the worst performing teachers first. Correct. Normal rules, common sense. But racism against white people isn't racism. Shitting all over white people on social media and mainstream media is now normal. And by the way, I'm not complaining. Do it all you want. You can't make me feel like a fucking victim. You can't make me feel like a loser. I refuse to play into that LARPing that you're all doing. I won't do it. They've chosen you for this opportunity, stupid. Like, this pity, I'm torn. I know they're only asking me because I'm black. They have other blacks. There are other closer nearby blacks. You had a great special in the past year, and they might want to give someone new an opportunity. But instead of giving them the benefit of the doubt, you already had your victim cloak on. So now you get to throw a pity party about how they've picked you because you're black and take the job and complain about it and be a victim while chosen. The fuck out of here with that. The fuck out of here with that. You can't tell me how you sold out 2 shows and you're the best in Hawaii and be a victim. My people in their land. Fuck off. Get into one bucket and get out of the other. You don't get to be the guy that they pick because you're black and the guy who gets it. And the guy who didn't want it and still doesn't want it. And gets to sit down on the stage and cry. Like, what the fuck? You shall never get it again. Know that. And when you never get it again, you'll say, yeah, see, because they only wanted a black guy for that year. No, maybe it's because you sat down on the stage and had a mental breakdown full of lies. Maybe you chose the Golden Globes to put on this giant cope theater where you go on and on about being a victim regardless of being chosen for this prestigious job. Now, again, nobody watches it and this is dumb, but it is prestigious. So look for that in the coming years. 100% look for Jerrod Carmichael going like, see, they never picked me to come back. Must not have been that important. They had a white guy the year after, so fuck, and I guess our turn was up. It's like, you sucked. You ate shit. Instead of working on a funny thing to make the show good, which is the talent of a host, you decided to give this woke monologue that didn't land either in the humor department or the victim department because it makes no sense. It doesn't rationalize. It doesn't balance out on the balance sheet because we're all going, but you're on stage. You're the guy. You're making a lot of money. You got the job. And yet you're telling us how the organization's racist and they would never pick a black person. But this time they did because they had to. But still. Whenever your argument boils down to yeah, but still, you have nothing to stand on. So you shall never get this position again. It is not because of the color of your skin. It's because you're blowing it. You're bombing. You're not doing a good job as a host or a comedian. And the crowd's confused. They don't know if they're supposed to be guilty or laugh. And you start hearing it, and we're not even halfway through this fucking nightmare. Here we go.
You say you were being asked to host this show because you're talented.
I mean, you're not.
But
That's what she said.
So what does he know? Like this is a lot for me. Let me call you back. So I did what I do.
So, in case you missed it, he said, yeah, but you're the producer and you're black. And the thing you don't know is they're only letting you produce the show because you're black. You're bought into the system. So now we're led to believe that anybody who gets a job in Hollywood who's black, it's because they're black and we're trying to make up for lost time, aka reparations. Isn't that what you want? What do you want? Like, how will you ever know if it's because you're talented or you're black now? And by the way, this is across the board. Kamala Harris is not our vice president because she has any skills or experience. She was the closest black to pull into the frame. Does that help black women? Does that help black lawyers? Does that help black people who want to get into government and politics? No, because she's incompetent and embarrassing. So now I associate black women with incompetent and embarrassing. You know, if I didn't know any talented, capable ones. So imagine being like a black lawyer or a black poli-sci major coming up in college, or, you know, a black politician wanting to run for something, black and Indian, sorry. And looking at that and going like, fuck, like she's so bad and embarrassing. Same way with this Ketanji, like there are plenty of black women capable of being on the Supreme Court. I don't think we should go out going, here, black women, black women, black women. That's weird. Again, just an easy test. Take out black and put in any other race. If what you're saying sounds racist with another race in it, it's racist. We're gonna get a black woman of color to be our next Supreme Court justice. Oh, you all broke your own ribs in half to suck your own dicks to support that. Fuck, man. It's so dishonest. It's so dishonest, and I'm telling you, it's a disservice to black people. It may seem good. All it does is make white people feel good. It doesn't help black people. It's so fucking dumb. So, according to Rothaniel, Jerrod Carmichael, no black person in Hollywood has the job because they're good or whatever. It's all just virtue signaling by whites, and therefore bad. So these guys have come so full circle in their delusion that now Hollywood hiring black people is bad and a sign of racism. It's like, fuck. God, just put a shotgun in my mouth and brush my teeth with the shells already. You know what I mean? Just sandblast my gums.
And she was like, well, how much are they paying you?
So hold on a second. Even by his own logic there, that's kind of a leak. Whoever, I don't know who Avery is. I called Avery, and Avery represents all black people. And I said, they want me to host the Golden Globe Awards. And Avery said, again, who represents all black people, what's the Golden Globes? So by your own admission, black people don't know what the Golden Globes are, which sounds racist and ignorant, but you said it, and you're black, so it's allowed. So what you've said is black people don't know what the Golden Globes are, and I'm only hosting because they needed a black guy this time. It's like, well, it sounds like, you know, why they don't hire white hosts to work at BET. It's like, we're not in that world. It sounds like what you just said is black people don't give a fuck about the Golden Globes nor know what it is. So why would they get one to host? You're all over the map here with your logic.
How much are they paying you? And I said, $500,000. And she said, boy, we all live by a strict take the money mentality.
Chappelle had that secret monologue in his back pocket, did a fake monologue in the rehearsal, and whipped the real one out, and it was still better. So, again, it's even more sickening now knowing that he's making $500,000 and didn't try at all to write anything funny or engaging to kick the evening off. So that's bad.
It's a good government job.
Really, really insane.
And I called Steven back and I said, I'm happy to do this. And I was really proud of that decision.
You weren't happy to do it. You're a liar. You waffled and were really concerned. You're not happy.
Helen,
You were conflicted. You were torn. You weren't sure. You felt like you were being used. Happy to do it. Oh, a liar. Got it.
President of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association wanted to have a one-on-one sit-down with me. And I said, no, thanks. A trap when I hear a trap.
So then the guy who hired you for $500,000 wanted to have a lunch with you, and you were like, fuck off, Whitey. Ha, 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 ha. I know a trap. This isn't Get Out. For years, you yell that Hollywood doesn't include you. They try to give you a job and buy you a meal, and you're like, fuck you, cracker. It's like, cool. I wonder who's hurting all the race relations.
And I thought it went away. Then it came back. Like, well, they're not really asking, Jerrod. They're insisting that you take the meeting. And I'm like, or what? They're going to fire me? They haven't had a black host in 79 years. They're going to fire the first one? I'm unfireable.
You're insane. You better hope you don't have a tweet saying you're going to break a dollhouse over your gay kid's head, because they will.
Helen really just wants to educate you on the changes that the organization has made in regards to diversity. I took this job assuming they hadn't changed at all.
You sound ignorant. You sound pompous. You sound stuck up. And a year from now, again, when they decide that they're not going to take a chance on a young, unknown black comedian again, it shall be your fault. It shall be your fault when they go back to Billy Crystal. So, you know why? Billy Crystal worked on an act and tried to make the night fun, and everybody liked him. He didn't use it as an opportunity to be both a victim and collect a paycheck. How brave of you to take the job, minstrel. Like, you're literally doing the dance for the white people while you pocket the check and say, hey, black people, you with me? It's not okay what they're doing. I'm going to take the money and do it. But I know that they don't mean it. They're still racist. They're a bad organization, but I'm going to do it. But they don't want me to do it, and I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it, and they're bad, and I'm doing it. I'm good. They're bad, but I'm still doing it. But they're bad. I'm not going to give them a chance to be good. We all know they're bad, but I'm still going to do it. It's like, what the fuck? You're the most conflicted, lying fuck. And again, I'd like this guy's comedy, but these people all reveal who they are. Kitty Pineapple has showed her hand and who she is. He is. Whatever. You don't care about Hawaiian people. You're a selfish cunt. You don't give a fuck. You bounced around from you're hurting Hawaiian people to you better tell me who wrote the letter to you don't have any followers. I have all the followers. Wow. You okay? Sounds like you're having a goddamn breakdown. You don't even know why you're mad, honey.
No. I heard they got 6 new black members. Congrats to them, whatever. Sure, but to be like people that I'm jealous of.
You won't. They're all talented and just getting to work.
Incredible artists.
You blew this opportunity.
Regardless.
And shall never be asked back.
Press associations.
Much less, do you think he'll ever win a Golden Globe now? Like,
Celebrate.
now, if black people or people of color, Indian people, whatever it is, Kumail Nanjiani, Jerrod Carmichael, Stephen Hill, anybody gets any kind of job in Hollywood and they're a person of color, racism. That's where we're at. We've come full circle, everybody. Congrats, you've done it. Being diverse is now racist. We did it. Let's do an after show. If you're not a member of the Overdose, join the Overdose. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Head over there. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Get full access to our show archives. We've been doing these shows since 2005. Thousands of hours of me yelling and screaming along with everybody we've ever had on the show, including Sam Tripoli and more. Head over there. You know, I don't want to pitch it too hard. You know what it is. But we don't do ads. We don't do a lot of nonsense on the show. Support the show. Head over to NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Get access to our full show archive immediately. A special RSS feed with all the bonus content. Of course, you'll get access to everything we do. Everything we do. Discounts on merchandise and so much more. And most of all, just supporting the show. Just helping keep the lights on. Just motivating me to get in here in the chair and do a show. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Use promo code 2023. Save 10% off. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Thanks, guys.